Imagine you're at a bustling airport. You're late racing against time to catch a flight that you simply cannot miss. Ahead of you, a stranger drops their belongings, scattering papers and personal items across the floor. Critical moment, you have a choice. Do you stop to help, knowing it might mean missing your flight, or do you press on, focused solely on your own needs? This scenario isn't just about making a flight. It's about the choices we face every day, choices that test our self-control. Now let's explore what self-control really means and why it's absolutely crucial, not just in our personal lives, but in our professional endeavors as well. Self-control is the ability to regulate our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, keeping them in check, in order to achieve long-term goals rather than giving in to immediate impulses. It's what helps you say no to that extra slice of cake at a birthday party, or yes to an early morning jog even when your bed is calling. The why is self-control so important? Because it's at the core of what it means to be a disciplined and focused individual in a world brimming with distractions. Think about it. How often have you set a goal only to find yourself diverted by minor distractions or fleeting desires? It's like deciding to save money for a significant investment, but then blowing your savings on a whim for something fleeting, something you know will not serve you in the long run. It's the question we face then. Every day isn't just about what we do in these moments. It's about what these choices say about us. Do you take control of your actions, or do you let your impulses control you? Can you trust yourself to make the right decision, even when it's not the easy one? Now let's dig deeper into this subject. Have you ever found yourself promising to get healthier, to spend less time on your phone, or perhaps to learn a new skill, only to see your initial enthusiasm fade away into non-action? Why do you think that happens? The answer, quite simply, is a lack of self-control. Self-control isn't just a skill. It's the foundation upon which successful lives are built. It influences how we meet our professional deadlines, how we handle critical feedback without taking offense, and how we manage work stress without letting it spill over into our personal lives. It's about having the mental fortitude to keep pushing when every fiber of your being wants to give up. Imagine the profound impact mastering self-control could have on your life. Think about being the kind of person who does what they say they will do, who others look up to, not just for their achievements, but for their discipline, their reliability, their unwavering ability to stick to their principles no matter what the situation. How do you think that would change the way you feel about yourself? How would it alter the path you're on? We embark on this discussion today. I invite you to think about your own life. Where could stronger self-control make a significant difference for you? Is it in managing your time, your emotions, or perhaps your interactions with others? Let's delve a bit deeper into the concept of self-control. It is essentially our ability to direct our own narrative, to choose actions that align with our deeper values rather than momentary desires. It's the inner strength that allows you to pass on a quick fix in favor of what truly aligns with your long-term visions. Imagine self-control as the captain of a ship. The decisions it makes at the helm dictate whether you sail smoothly towards your desired destination or get tossed aimlessly by every passing storm. Consider a common scenario. The workplace, it's often a bustling environment filled with deadlines and demands. Here, self-control plays out in how you manage time. Do you start your day with a clear plan, prioritizing tasks based on their importance, or do you often find yourself reacting to whatever lands on your desk? When faced with a high-pressure project, do you stay the course, methodically working through challenges, or does anxiety drive you to procrastinate? Or think about personal finance, a realm where self-control is absolutely vital. It's payday, and you're feeling flush. There's a temptation to splurge, to treat yourself. Self-control is what nudges you to set aside savings first, to think about future security before immediate gratification. It's choosing to cook dinner at home when you'd rather order out. Knowing your goal is to save for a new home, a vacation, or even a comfortable retirement. And what about our interactions with others? Imagine you're in a heated discussion. Emotions are flaring and there's an instinct to lash out, to make a sharp comment that might win you the argument but could harm a valuable relationship. Self-control helps you choose your words carefully, to express your thoughts in a way that's constructive rather than destructive, preserving relationships that are important to you. The self-control also extends to our personal habits and health. Think about the last time you set a goal to get healthier, to eat better, to exercise more. Each day presents moments where you might feel too tired to follow through. Self-control is the voice that encourages you to stick with it, reminding you of the bigger picture of how these small acts of discipline add up to significant changes. In every case, self-control isn't about denying yourself pleasure or being stringent. It's about making choices that are congruent with your significant values. It's about not letting momentary impulses derail the progress you've made towards the life you envision. It's a tool that, when wielded wisely, can lead to profound satisfaction and success. So, as we sit here today, I ask you to think about the role self-control plays in your life. Are there areas where you feel your grip might be slipping? Are there desires or habits that are pulling you off course? How often do you find yourself looking back with regret at decisions made in the heat of the moment, wishing you had held your ground against fleeting impulses? Remember, self-control is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. And just as a muscle requires regular exercise to stay strong, so too does your ability to maintain self-control. It requires practice, patience, and most importantly, a commitment to constant growth. By fostering this skill, you're not just surviving life. You're actively shaping it to reflect your highest goals and deepest values. Self-control is more than just a personal asset. It's a transformative force that can profoundly improve all areas of your life. Let's explore how developing self-control can lead to greater personal satisfaction, improved mental health, and deeper relationships, while also propelling your professional life to new heights. Let's start with the personal benefits. Consider for a moment your own life. Have you ever felt overwhelmed or stressed by the chaos of unchecked impulses? Self-control brings order to this chaos, helping you manage your actions and reactions. It keeps your long-term goals in sight and dials down the noise of life's distractions, leading to a calmer, more centered existence. When you practice self-control, you're less likely to succumb to impulsive behaviors that can lead to guilt or regret. This could be anything from binge eating to overspending during a shopping spree. The result, a healthier state of mind and a life that aligns more closely with your ideals. Moreover, self-control enhances your relationships. It allows you to pause and consider your words and actions carefully, fostering more meaningful connections. Whether it's with a spouse, a friend, or a family member, showing restraint can often mean the difference between building a bridge and building a wall. Think about a time when a quick, harsh word has led to hurt feelings. Now imagine that scenario with self-control in play, where thoughtful communication leads to understanding rather than conflict. The impact on your relationships is profound and positive. Now let's shift to the professional benefits. In the workplace, self-control is equally vital. It's the quality that compels you to complete a project, even when less appealing tasks vie for your attention. What pushes you to keep striving toward your company's goals and your personal career goals, even on days when motivation is hard to find. Professionals who exhibit high levels of self-control are often seen as more reliable and competent. This is someone who doesn't buckle under pressure, but rises to meet challenges head-on. It's good decision-making, a crucial aspect of any career. With self-control, you're more likely to make considered decisions that reflect not just immediate needs, but also long-term objectives. Imagine you're faced with a decision that could either mildly benefit your career quickly or greatly benefit it over time. Self-control helps you choose the latter, setting the stage for sustained success rather than fleeting gains. Furthermore, in today's fast-paced, constantly connected world, the ability to stay focused is more valuable than ever. Self-control helps you maintain this focus, enhancing productivity and efficiency. It curtails the temptation to constantly check emails or social media, allowing you to complete tasks with greater quality and speed. And in a world where professional relationships can often determine your career trajectory, self-control helps you handle workplace conflicts with diplomacy and professionalism, preserving important professional relationships and opening up doors to future opportunities. How often do we give in to distractions that chip away at our productivity? How frequently do we let short-term frustrations dictate our reactions in professional settings? Reflecting on these questions can help us understand the critical role self-control plays in our professional advancement. You see, the benefits of self-control permeate every aspect of our lives. It's not merely about denying yourself pleasures or being overly strict. It's about making choices that serve you well, both now and in the future. It's about not letting your impulses make decisions for you. So I encourage you to think about the areas in your life where enhancing self-control could bring significant improvements. Think about the peace of mind, the relationship growth, and the career success that could be within your reach if you strengthen this vital skill. And remember, every step you take to improve your self-control is a step towards a more fulfilling and rewarding life. Let's step back and reflect on some timeless wisdom about self-control. Throughout history, some of the most influential minds have emphasized the vital role of discipline and self-control. It's not a modern concept, but a universal truth recognized across time and cultures. One of the most notable figures who spoke extensively about self-control was Socrates, who famously said, He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. Consider the depth of this statement. Conquering oneself means mastering your impulses, desires, and emotions. It's about being in control rather than being controlled. This simple yet profound idea highlights that the greatest battles we face are not with external forces, but with ourselves. Another philosophical giant, Aristotle, introduced the concept of the golden mean, the desirable middle between two extremes, one of excess and the other of deficiency. Spirit will apply this as self-control. And you find a powerful lesson. The key is not to avoid pleasure entirely, but to indulge in it moderately. It's about finding balance where your pleasures do not become your master. Then we have the Stoics, who took this a step further. They believe that true power lies in our ability to accept what we cannot change and to exert our effort where we have influence. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and a Stoic philosopher, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This is particularly resonant when it comes to self-control. It's a reminder that while we might not be able to control every aspect of our environment, we can control our reactions to it. Now, bringing this ancient wisdom into our everyday lives, think about how you respond to frustrations or unexpected challenges. Do you react impulsively, or do you take a moment to pause, reflect, and respond in a way that aligns with your long-term goals? Every moment of choice is a moment of self-control. But let's make this even more relatable. Every day, we are faced with small tests of self-control. Whether it's choosing a salad over fast food, deciding to start your day with exercise instead of hitting the snooze button, or choosing to spend an evening working on a project rather than binge watching a series. These decisions might seem small in the moment, but they add up, shaping the trajectory of our lives. In fact, the philosophy of self-control is ultimately about the philosophy of freedom. The more you exercise self-control, the more freedom you have. Freedom from addictions, from poor health, from financial stress. Because each act of self-control is a building block for a life not left to chance, but crafted with intention. Self-control, then, can be seen not just as a personal virtue, but as a form of respect. A respect for oneself and one's future, a respect for one's relationships, and a respect for the quality of one's life. As we discuss self-control today, think about these questions. What kind of life do you want to lead? What are you allowing to control your actions and decisions? Are your daily habits reflective of the life you aspire to? By weaving these philosophical insights into our understanding of self-control, we gain not just the knowledge of how to live better, but the wisdom to apply it in a way that profoundly changes our lives. Remember, the journey to self-mastery isn't about suppression or denial. It's about channeling your actions in a way that aligns with your deepest values and aspirations. And in doing so, you not only transform your own life, but also set an example that can inspire those around you. Let's hold on to these insights as we navigate the complexities of life, always striving to be masters of ourselves. Developing self-control is not unlike tending a garden. It requires planning, effort, persistence, and most importantly, the right techniques. If you're truly committed to enhancing your self-control, there are practical strategies you can adopt to cultivate this vital skill. Firstly, setting clear goals is essential. Imagine setting out on a journey without a destination in mind. How would you know which roads to take? How would you measure your progress along the way? Similarly, without clear goals, it's easy to stray from your... Start by defining what self-control means for you in different areas of your life, be it health, finances, career, or relationships. What specific behaviors would you like to control more effectively? Perhaps it's resisting the urge to spend impulsively, managing your temper, or avoiding procrastination. Whatever your targets, write them down. Make them SMART. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This not only provides a clear benchmark for success, but also solidifies your commitment to achieving these goals. Next, monitoring your behavior is crucial. This involves self-awareness and reflection. Keep a daily journal to log your actions in relation to your goals. Did something trigger a loss of control today? How did you respond? What could you do differently next time? This kind of tracking can be enlightening, revealing patterns in your behavior that you may not have noticed before. Over time, you'll begin to see which strategies work for you and which don't, allowing you to refine your approach continually. Creating accountability systems is another effective strategy. Share your goals with someone you trust, a friend, family member, or mentor. Having someone to report to can significantly increase your motivation and persistence. You might even consider forming or joining a group with similar goals. The encouragement and feedback from peers can provide additional motivation and help you stick to your commitments. Additionally, technology offers various tools and apps designed to track habits and productivity, which can serve as a modern accountability partner. Now let's talk about the importance of forming good habits. Habits are the foundation of self-control. They automate good behavior, reducing the mental load required to make the right choices. For instance, if you cultivate the habit of reviewing your tasks each morning, you'll start each day focused and organized without needing to deliberate about what to do first. Forming good habits starts with understanding the habit loops. Cue routine, reward. Identify a cue for the behavior you want to encourage. Perform the routine, and then give yourself a meaningful reward. Suppose your goal is to exercise more regularly. Your cue could be setting your workout clothes next to your bed each night. The routine is the exercise itself, and the reward could be a smoothie afterwards or the satisfaction of checking off another successful day on your calendar. Consistency is key in habit formation. The more you repeat an action in response to a specific cue, the more automatic it becomes. Experts suggest that it can take anywhere from 18 to 254 days to form a new habit. The time frame varies widely depending on the person and the complexity of the habit. The crucial part is to stick with it during this formative phase. As you work on developing these habits, remember to be patient with yourself. Change doesn't happen overnight. There will be days when you falter, and that's okay. Each day offers a new opportunity to strengthen your self-control. The goal isn't to achieve perfection, but to make gradual, consistent progress. Consider this as how often do we give ourselves the chance to truly cultivate new, beneficial habits? How frequently do we set clear, actionable goals for ourselves? These are not just rhetorical questions, but are invitations to introspect and commit to personal growth. By applying these strategies and understanding the mechanics of habit formation, you can build a strong foundation of self-control. This isn't just about restricting yourself. It's about freeing yourself from the impulses that hold you back from achieving your fullest potential. As you enhance your self-control, you'll find that you're not only achieving your goals more effectively, but also living a more disciplined and satisfying life. As we journey towards mastering self-control, it's crucial to recognize that the path is not without its obstacles. The most common challenges we face include temptation, stress, and peer pressure. Each of these can sway us from our course, but with the right strategies, we can navigate through them successfully. Let's consider temptations. Those enticing calls that beckon us away from our goals. Whether it's the allure of unhealthy foods when we're trying to eat better, the temptation to splurge when saving money, or the urge to procrastinate when there's work to be done. These are tests of our self-control. The key to overcoming temptation is not merely to avoid it, but to understand why we're tempted. Is it boredom, emotional distress, or simply habit? Identifying the root cause allows us to address it directly. For instance, if boredom leads you to snack unnecessarily, finding a more engaging activity can eliminate that trigger. Stress is another formidable challenge. Under stress, our bodies and minds default to the path of least resistance, often leading us to make impulsive decisions. The critical strategy here is stress management. Techniques such as deep breathing, meditation, regular exercise, and adequate sleep are not just good for your health. They enhance your capacity for self-control by maintaining a calm and clear mind. When you're less stressed, you're more capable of thoughtful decision-making and less likely to succumb to impulsive behaviors. Then there's peer pressure, a subtle but significant force that can undermine self-control. It's human nature to want to fit in, and sometimes this means conforming to the habits and behaviors of those around us, even when they contradict our goals. Let's combat this. It's important to set firm boundaries and communicate your goals to those around you. Surround yourself with people who support and respect your ambitions, and whenever possible, seek out like-minded individuals who embody the discipline you aspire to. Now let's discuss some practical steps and mindset shifts that can help overcome these challenges. First, practice the art of mindfulness. Being mindful about your actions allows you to recognize when you're making a decision based on impulse rather than intention. Mindfulness helps you pause and consider the consequences of your actions before you take them. Secondly, implement the delay tactic. When faced with a temptation, delay your response. Give yourself time to think about whether this is truly what you want or just a momentary desire. This simple pause can be the difference between maintaining control and giving in. Another effective strategy is visualization. Picture yourself achieving your goals and the steps you need to take to get there. Visualization not only motivates you, but also reinforces the behaviors needed to achieve self-control. When you repeatedly imagine yourself acting in a certain way, it becomes easier to act accordingly in real life. Let's also talk about Reframing your challenges. Instead of viewing temptations and stress as obstacles, see them as opportunities to strengthen your self-control. Each time you successfully overcome a temptation, you build a little more strength, a little more resilience, like lifting weights in the gym. The resistance you overcome enhances your ability to handle greater challenges. Furthermore, create a reward system. Reward yourself for practicing self-control. These rewards don't have to be elaborate. They can be as simple as allowing yourself an hour to read your favorite book, take a walk in a park, or enjoy a coffee break. Positive reinforcement makes the journey enjoyable and sustainable. Lastly, remember that consistency is key. Self-control is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Consistent practice in facing and overcoming these challenges not only improves your self-control, but also boosts your confidence in your ability to manage whatever comes your way. What are the main challenges you face in exercising self-control? How can you apply these strategies to turn your struggles into strengths? By reflecting on these questions and implementing these strategies, you can transform challenges into stepping stones towards your success. Our environment plays a pivotal role in shaping our ability to exercise self-control. Think about it. Every space, every sound, and every person around you can influence your behavior and choices. For example, if you're trying to eat healthier, surrounding yourself with people who prioritize healthy eating can significantly boost your self-control. Conversely, if your pantry is stocked with junk food, the constant temptation can undermine your goals. Creating a conducive environment for self-control begins with understanding the triggers that influence your behavior. Start by organizing your physical space. A cluttered workspace can lead to a cluttered mind, which makes it harder to focus and easier to give in to distractions. By creating a clean, orderly environment, you're setting the stage for disciplined work and thoughtful decision-making. It's beyond organizing. Consider the sensory aspects of your environment. Soft, calming music can help maintain a relaxed mood, which enhances self-control by reducing stress. Similarly, ensuring your environment has plenty of natural light can boost your mood and energy levels, making it easier to resist temptations and stay focused on your goals. It's also crucial to curate your social environment. Surround yourself with people who reflect the behaviors you want to emulate. If you spend time with disciplined, motivated individuals, their habits are likely to rub off on you. Remember, self-control is often contagious. Witnessing it in others can inspire and reinforce your own efforts. Now, let's turn our focus to the power of mindset and self-control. Your mindset essentially frames how you interpret and respond to situations. A growth mindset, which is the belief that you can improve through effort and practice, is particularly effective for cultivating self-control. This type of mindset encourages resilience and a long-term view, which are essential for managing immediate desires in favor of bigger goals. To cultivate the right mindset, and start by affirming your ability to change. Regularly remind yourself of your capacity to learn and adapt, which reinforces the belief that you can master self-control. Also, practice positive self-talk. Instead of telling yourself, I can't resist sweets, say, I choose to eat healthy because it makes me feel good. This shift in language from a passive to an active voice empowers you and places control firmly in your hands. Another key aspect of mindset is focusing on the why behind your actions. Understanding why you want to exercise self-control can keep you motivated, even when it's challenging. Whether it's improving health, advancing your career, or fostering better relationships, keeping these reasons at the forefront can strengthen your resolve. Let's illustrate these points with real-life success stories. Consider the story of someone who decided to quit smoking. They started by changing their environment, removing ashtrays from their home, avoiding break areas where people smoked, and joining support groups. They also shifted their mindset by constantly reminding themselves of the health benefits and the money they were saving. Over time, not only did they overcome the addiction, but they also inspired their friends and family with their discipline and willpower. Or take the example of a young professional who wanted to become a leader in her field. She knew that achieving this would require exceptional self-control. She began by transforming her daily routine, prioritizing tasks, limiting distractions, and setting clear goals. Her environment was arranged to minimize distractions and maximize productivity, with inspirational quotes and goals visually displayed. Her mindset was focused on growth, learning from failures, and persistently improving. Eventually, her efforts paid off, leading to rapid career advancement and recognition. It's the long-term impact of self-control on personal fulfillment. In legacy, not be overstated. By consistently practicing self-control, individuals not only achieve their immediate goals, but also set a foundation for sustained success and well-being. They become role models, influencing their communities and leaving a legacy of discipline, perseverance, and resilience. In conclusion, whether it's you're shaping your environment, adjusting your mindset, or drawing inspiration from others' successes, enhancing your self-control can lead to profound personal and professional achievements. It's about making thoughtful adjustments in your daily life, which collectively steer you toward a more disciplined and fulfilling path. As we come to the close of our discussion on self-control, let's take a moment to reflect on the powerful insights and strategies we've explored today. We've delved into the definition and importance of self-control, recognizing it as the captain of our ship, steering us through life's temptations and challenges with a steady hand. We've understood that our environment and our mindset are not just background players, but are central to our ability to harness and hone this crucial skill. We've seen practical examples of how setting clear goals, monitoring our behavior, and creating conducive environments enhance our discipline. And we've been inspired by real-life stories of those who have significantly improved their lives through the diligent application of self-control. The journey to mastering self-control is ongoing and dynamic. It requires vigilance, dedication, and a willingness to continuously adapt and grow. But the rewards, increased happiness, deeper relationships, professional success, and personal fulfillment are worth every effort. Now, I call on each of you to start taking control of your actions today. Not tomorrow, not next week, but today. Remember, the smallest step can lead to the biggest change. Identify one area in your life where you feel self-control could make a meaningful difference. Perhaps it's dedicating an hour each day to a long-neglected passion, choosing to save rather than spend, or opting to engage in positive dialogue in the face of conflict. Whatever it is, make the commitment now. Set your goal and take the first step. Let today be the day you choose to take control. As we look inward and consider our paths forward, I encourage you to ponder these questions. What are the main challenges you face when trying to exercise self-control? How can the strategies we discussed today be tailored to meet your specific needs and circumstances? How might your life improve if you could strengthen your self-control in these areas? I invite you to share your thoughts, your struggles, and your victories. Let's foster a sense of community and shared learning here. Hearing how others tackle their challenges can be incredibly inspiring and enlightening. It can provide us with new perspectives and new strategies that we might not have considered. This conversation doesn't end here. I encourage you to keep it going within your families, your workplaces, and your communities. Spread the word about the transformative power of self-control. Teach others what you've learned today, and continue to seek out knowledge and strategies that will help you refine and perfect your abilities. The journey to greater self-control is a personal one, but it doesn't have to be a solitary one. Together, we can support each other, learn from each other, and grow stronger together. Let's make the commitment to not only control our destinies through our actions, but to also inspire those around us to do the same. Your legacy can be one of strength, discipline, and profound influence, a testament to the power of self-control. Let's take control of our lives, one decision at a time. Let's be the masters of our fates and the captains of our souls. Today is the perfect day to start.